box. Kept the good tree sucked in my two socks and got stoned like I looked at Medusa. I'm a changed man, got my GED, put on my Ray-Bans and my Jesus piece. I hear hate chants from the cheapest seats. Will I shake hands? TBD. Watch your six. Get out of my lane. Let me drop a hit. Get out of my lane. Not like this. Get out of my lane. Got a rocket ship. Get out of my lane. Let the beat go bang. Let the beat go bang. One thing that I guarantee, ain't nobody going ham like me. I'm a mix of a man and beast, the way I stomp on a random beat. I got the drip and I plant the seed, put in work and expand my reach. I keep my cool like antifreeze, if they don't wanna clap like an amputee. It's me against the world, like Tupac. I used to party in the street with a boombox, kept the good tree sucked in my two socks and got stoned like I looked at Medusa. I'm a changed man, got my GED, put on my Ray-Bans and my Jesus piece. I hear hate chants from the cheapest seats. Will I shake hands? TBD. Watch your six. Get out of my lane. Let me drop a hit. Get out of my lane. Not like this. Get out of my lane. Got a rocket ship. Get out of my lane. Let the beat go bang. Let the beat go bang.
We interrupt this this countdown for an absolute slaughter that has happened at the Mid HQ. I am your host Tawake, and this will be the Division 7 matchup between R22R and 11th Hellcats. I'm gonna be your host Awake, ladies and gentlemen, and tonight we have a fantastic match ahead of us. If you did not see so already, we did cast a match here on this channel and in the Premier League earlier today with the Division 8 final between Rage and the Rogue Regiment, with Rage taking that 3-2 on Omaha. We're doing the same thing tonight, but you know, it's gonna be Omaha Dusk. I have no idea what I just witnessed in front of me right now, but yes, we're gonna be playing on Omaha Beach Dusk. Fortunately, I did not capture all that action that just took place. I have no idea what just happened, but we're gonna be getting our way underway shortly. I'm just going to actually fly away from all the loud noises. Oh man. So, God, that is loud. It's so loud. I think everyone's dying at this HQ. So taking a look at the bracket of how these two teams got here, R22R was the second seed, and I think 11th was the first seed, or maybe it's the other way around. But either way, 11th had to beat DEC to get here. R22R had to beat SUDT, both winning in good fashion for their own ends, and they meet here again. The last time these two teams did play was, I think, on SMDM, with 11th taking at 3-2. I do imagine we're probably gonna get something like a 3-2 match again today. And then switching on to all the finals that are being played. Currently, there's another game going on right now on Axhawk's channel. Go check out his channel and watch 22/4ID against ANZR on Foy. But stick around here if you do want to watch 11th and R22R play on Omaha Beach. As we get underway, I think we're probably just waiting for a few more people to get into the server. I'm just going to show also we do have stats. Now, I'm not going to have, you know, the top killer at the top of the screen, but we will have the top 15 killers in this matchup. So right now, Daffy, I think that's how you pronounce it, will be number 1, and then so on and so forth of who's the top killer from each team. Just going to show this in the entire lobby. But Just gonna check our numbers. So it looks like we should be getting ready to go here shortly. Just gonna tell the people that I am ready. Also gonna be eating my dinner that I did not prepare in well time, so eating my dinner. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a fantastic night. I know I am myself. Not sure who's gonna, quite come out on top of this one. Like we said in the last stream earlier today, that, if it's that artillery battery position, 11th, it kind of does favor them a tad bit, as it's just a little bit easier of a push. You get more cover to work with and stuff like that. But if any of the other 2 points, if 11th do, get taken down, 3-2, it could be very hard to kind of regain that. Omaha is just kind of that natural beast, but anything is possible. Almost saw a miracle happen with TRR earlier today, but unfortunately for them, they did not come out on top of that, and Rage was Division 8 champions. Again, if you want to see the Division 5 finals between 22nd/4ID and ANZR, that's going to be on Axhawk's channel. We're going to bring up that bracket right now. Hopefully I bring up the right bracket and not... Yes, I did. So 22nd and 4ID, how they got to their positions is 22nd just beat BCR in first, and ANZR played each other, with ANZR taking that 3-2 as well. That was on my channel from last weekend. So ANZR coming off of a, very confident win. 22nd/4ID did end up winning that 5-0 against BCR in roughly 45 minutes. So, both teams coming into this game, I think all with one loss, and it was basically all against each other between 22nd, ANZR, and first. And I think the last time these two teams played was SNDM, with 22nd taking that. So, yeah. Just waiting for, I think, one more player to get into the lobby. I think we should be good to go now. I think we're just going to be waiting for that map flip. I think we are going to get that map flip any second. And we should get this game underway for the last 30s game of the season. Going to be more excited, and there we do have the map flip. And this will be the last potential hour and a half for either team. But, I mean, it's going to be, their last game no matter what, but shall be interesting. I don't know why my audio is so high for me. And once we get the map flip, we'll see what kind of points we are dealing with. Obviously, everyone's been like, oh, this favors this favors that, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's who executes better is still going to come out on top. Omaha Warfare Dusk. I'm not sure if I have to turn up my brightness for this. I think I will, 10%. And we do get artillery battery. Unfortunate offset point for 11th. With win 71. Let's see where I'm gonna be joining for my SL. Here we are. Oh man, it is dark. Hopefully it's not too dark for you guys. Admin cam. I think I'm also going to turn up the brightness a tad bit. 120%. Maybe let's go to 130. 130 is usually a little bit of a safer bet. So hopefully this goes well. I think I'll turn it actually back down to 120. Get a little bit more immersion in here. And before we actually do kick it off, we do have, you know, some rules that we have to abide by. And that is 1 man unkillable arty, no destruction of nodes, and Panthers are banned, Tigers only. Americans can use both heavies. Granted, the 75 jumbo, probably not the best tank in the world to use, but, you know, Panther ban just kind of balances everything out a little bit. But those are the rules that we will be rocking with and have been rocking with this entire season. Going to make sure everything's a-okay on my end. Having some controller drifts. Ticker at the bottom of the screen is kind of a little bit messed up, but that's okay. But you'll survive. See what R22R is rocking with. Looks like just default vehicles, no extra vehicles at all. Not even going for the Puma down there. And 11th. Trying to see where they're probably rocking with. They're still at the HQ. It's been kind of interesting of how they, you know, get off the beach. See if they have maybe a little bit better of a start that TRR had. TRR kind of went for map control and kind of cost them a little bit in the end. But gonna be underway shortly here in about 35 seconds. Key Garrison for R22R will be getting this Garrison kind of by this yellow road. 11th, they need something up here at the top, and then probably something down here kind of by this little house structure, and probably another one front door, and probably another one by this crossroads. Just dealing with the fact that they do have an offset point. They have to get more of a line, a little bit more spread apart. But here we go. Oh, the sun's in my eyes already. Might have to play with highlights for this one. Coming on as well. Not sure who's probably gonna get here first. R22R is gonna get to the cap first. This is probably the commander. No, it is a truck. They just didn't probably go the right way that they were supposed to, and maybe a little bit offset a little bit. A little bit slow start for 11th. R22R is going to gain a ton of ground on that southern side. And the first blood of the game will go to someone from that southern truck for R22R. So far, it's all R22R here for the first few minutes. You'll probably will get this cap, but this will be a favored point for the allies to retake. Medium tank for 11th is actually playing a tad bit aggressive, which I feel like is a good play for them. R22R tank is playing very, very passive, very far back, as you can kind of see at the top left of your screen. That cap will go into the R22R favor. Looks like 11th do have a Stewart now. Kind of Lux on the southern side of the road. It looks like that's gonna make the medium tank of 11th engage that Lux. Unfortunately for that Lux, he will get taken out. But Boreal trying to get down a satchel. I don't think he quite does. Not think he does. Eleventh trying to surround the point now. They are starting to flip the cap now a little bit into their favor, but it was quickly halted. Blitzkrieg in the cap point. With his presence there, along with Six and Blake's, starting to really put R22R on their toes, and it looks like P4 did take out that medium, or at least the, oh no, it was a Stewart that they'd taken out. That was taken out, I should say. Flip cap is starting to flip towards 11th's favor, but already for 11th is starting to, you know, start to dial in a little bit closer towards that Garrison spawn. Just kind of take a little bit of a zoom out. 11th's now starting to come up from the north. Have really nothing to the south. Both tanks still alive as far as their mediums go. God, his Advent cam is so annoying to use. Hero did get one rocket into this medium. Not sure if he does have another one or not. Do not believe he does. Koenig will get the reps back in. Take a look at the map real quick. R22R does have Garrison in the south, north, and the actual hard cap itself. So they're looking pretty good. Nothing quite on the red blue line yet. Looks like Lambda, the closest one, trying to get something going. With this being offset, it's going to be kind of awkward for both teams to push to artillery battery and win 7. F squad, however, Oyo. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce that. Oyo, or I don't know, but they're very close with a Garrison by win 71, which, you know, if 11 starts to put a little bit too much pressure, he could probably just get a, you know, few guys to spawn on his OP, get behind them, start capping, start making 11th fall back a little bit. Because right now 11th are starting to really get inside that hard cap. And honestly, I feel like the big reason why they're not getting that hard cap is that tank crew still. It's kind of waiting and waits. Take a quick look at the top 15 stats. Blind Pharaoh with 18 kills and 2 deaths so far. Top killer for the 11th. Followed by Tor, Lambda. I'm not sure why Lambda's top weapon is the knife, but it is. This Lambda has been knifing a lot of people this match. See what's going on back here. Quantum. Just some guys flipping the cap a little bit, nothing too crazy. Oh my god, this admin cam is brutal. Hero trying to get some more grenades and stuff into this medium. Medium will get on the move, but he does have a Tiger tank that is going to be coming into the south part of the map. This is going to shut down this medium tank with ease. I don't think this medium quite knows that he's going to get killed by this Tiger tank. Tiger actually does miss. Bomb run is coming into, and I think this is an 11th bombing run. Not quite sure how effective that is, but the medium also did go down at the same time. I immediately left. Look at this from 11th. Completely taking up this church a little bit. Haven't destroyed the Garrison, which, you know, they really don't need to in this kind of small format. It's a very long ways to run for R22R to spawn out that Gary. But they, you know, they are starting to win some of these gunfights against R22R. The R22R playing it very safe. Not overextending anybody from each team. It looks like up here our 11th did actually take out that Garrison. I think Walto took that out with a rocket. Kind of slightly heard that. Palpatine. It's taken out by Falco using that FG-42. Very powerful sniper. I think 11th do know that there is a Tiger tank back there. It's just that it's going to be very, very hard for them to get to unless it exposes himself. I don't think... Oh no, what is this tank stuck? I'm under the map. Kind of cool. Very curious if this 76 could possibly see him. I don't think he quite does yet. P-Strike is coming down. I think this is... Oh, it's a strafe and run, not a P-Strike. But I think we're gonna have a tank engagement here shortly here. God, his camera is so bad. Yes, I think this crew does see that Tiger tank. It's a little bit of exposed. Slight miss from the gunner. I think the Tiger's now turning to him. Oh man. It's an awkward tank fight. I think he slightly sees him, but doesn't have a clear shot at his hull. It's kind of a standoff right now. We'll let them deal with their own things. Go back around the point. See what's popping off here. Kind of scattered fighting from both teams, kind of around the point. Oh, more ammo. Tank fight, I think, is about to heat up now a little bit. It's like Win 71 is flagging a little bit as well. God, I think this crew's having a tough time to see, because I'm having a tough time to see with this the sun glare. It looks like that 76 actually took a round from a rocket or something. Just kind of moving in with this 76. You can just see how difficult it is. This tree has blocked so many rounds so far. Oh, it's unfortunate. Ricochet, though. Oh, another miss from the 11 tank crew and another ricochet. No. Someone pen each other. I think an AT gun is also built as well. Yes, AT gun is built from 11th. One shell does go into the 76. I think 11th just need one shot into this Tiger and it'll go gone, and it does go gone. Down goes the 76, or the Tiger, I should say. My apologies. Some cap progress has started here on Win 7. Just 5 guys in the sector. It's starting to be a little bit more dangerous for 11th here as they all do spawn in. Just a small squad of 11th. Just Yo-Yo and Hero, and this defense will defend the point quite nicely, but it opens the door a little bit for R22R to establish their front line a little bit. but you know, they did lose a heavy tank. Not sure if they do have another one ready to go. They still have their starting medium, and it looks like they are going to be waiting for another tiger. Takes out 2. I think he's going to take out Demon here for a 3rd kill. I think Demon sees him though, and actually lets him go. Oh, unfortunate arty shell there. About to say, if they can kill Master Chip, they can maybe start flagging the point a little bit with 3 guys in the hard cap. Arty starting to dial in. I'm not sure if that's 11th or if that's R22R Arty, but now R22R is recognizing that there is a heavy tank. And heavy tank just kind of pushing with a little bit of no infantry. Not sure if Demon has rockets, and he does have rockets. We'll shoot one in the butt of the 76. And we'll probably try to go for the engine. Keystrike is coming down. And it actually does miss the intended target of the of the 11th heavy tank. I'm not sure if he is... Oh, do we have another P-Strike coming down? We do, and it's, I think, probably took out a Garrison. Yes, it did take out a Garrison back here. Down goes that tank to, I assume, Hero. And it's kind of like an even tank fight now with 1 heavy in each team taken out. Give a little small update on the kill count, and Lambda with 41 kills, 12 deaths. I assume Tor is probably artillery. I think. I'm not exactly sure. But for some reason his top knife is the M3 knife. So unless Lambda is just, you know, using knives only, he has the knife is his top kill still. It's kind of an insane amount of kills for the first 25 minutes, 41 kills. It's a lot. Not counting the first 3, which is, you know, basically nothing. So, Lambda's averaging over, you know, 2 kills a minute at this point. See what's happening up here in the north a little bit. Oh, Krieg does not see Phil. Phil misses his shots, and Krieg will make him pay for it, but immediately gets killed by, I assume, Lambda. And I'll just blew up over here. I assume it was probably that AT gun that was pelting that. Yes, it was that AT gun that was pelting that Tiger earlier in the match. Looks like Juice maybe getting down a satchel onto the bunker. He's actually in the bunker. Look where Juice is at. It's a little bit dark in here. I do apologize. But Draven, or Draven, I don't know how to pronounce your name exactly, but nice little pre-fire and kill there. Take him out of the bunker. The bombing run is coming in, and this will be an R22R bombing run. This might kill a bunch of these players right here. Oh, just misses them a little bit, except for Juice. Maybe Blitzkrieg. Blitzkrieg will survive. So only one kill with that bombing run. And for those of you guys who are unaware, R22R is a primarily French-Canadian team, while 11th are a primarily Australian-New Zealand team, Oceania team, to say the least. But, you know, for like the middle ground, they are going to be playing on a Japanese server. That's just, you know, the most fair, you know, middle ground that these teams can agree on, just because you can't really play on US West, just because it does favor R22R, you know, I would say slightly more than it does usually, or than it should, but you know, Japan definitely the easy middle ground for both of these two teams. But I'm also going to be curious of when 11th is going to be using their airhead, because they do have, you know, a recon player in the back lines. Yeah, do have another strafing run. Not quite sure where that was used. R22R is kind of all over this this red line of 11th. This Tiger is starting to get, you know, surrounded by a little bit of ATs and stuff like that. Illusions will go down, but does, I think, get one rocket into him. White's there for some early pairs. Looks like most of the fighting has actually happened at the front door of Win 71. Still. Looks like R22R is aware of this Garrison spawn. It is starting to splash some arty on it. Just missed the spawn wave by a few seconds. Medium tank is still up for R22R as well. I'm very surprised by that, how they did, you know, kind of ditch that. Maybe just send, you know, two guys in it, except for maybe like the TC, and just kind of send it to the midpoint or to the fourth point of 11th, and, you know, just kind of work from there. We do have some tanks here. It looks like we do have, I think, a 76 from 11th. It is backing up. 11th do get the first shot into him. I'm not sure these tanks could trade with each other. And down goes the Tiger tank from R22R. Could have traded with him, but gets the ricochet instead. But now he's gonna have to worry about ATs from General Demon. Not sure if Demon does have an R rocket or not. I do not believe he does, and he will get gunned down by the coax. Well played there from this tank crew, which is the crew of Chalit? I don't know, but Void. Yeah, Void was the gunner, so good shooting by him. Let's knock off armor for the time being. Looks like they do have another heavy on its way. And that guy just immediately dies as soon as I fly over. Like Lambda did mark down this Garrison. Says we are in his squad still. We'll kill illusions. I want to flying Pharaoh. The commander for 11th will take out Lambda and will free up that Garrison. Look at Hero. Could he be a hero for the time being? Yes, he will, and he will take out that Garrison. Not sure if Pharaoh does have any more supplies in the area. Try to get that back up or not. Also, lots of fighting going down by the heavy tanks. Not sure if any of these are satchel or not. 11th is starting to mount up something over here. Aw, squirrel. Finds out that man with the satchels. Looks like 11th is planning something with these two heavy tanks, as R22R still does not have a tank on the field. They do have a half-track, believe it or not. But nothing else other than a heavy that's slightly behind them, so this could get a little bit dicey. And Demon does get taken out, so these tanks are going to start some sort of push for their infantry a little bit. Cap is going to start to flip as well. One important thing these tanks cannot do is push out too far where their infantry are just out of reach. I think that's slowly starting to happen. R22R is recognizing that and is sending a bunch of guys with ATs and satchels and stuff to try to help blow them up. There's now two heavy tanks in front of artillery battery. One pushing into the hard cap just slightly, a little bit. Oh, rocket there from Illusion. Only tracks the half track even though it's parked. They're slowly starting to capture. AT gun is built in the south, but tanks do get out of the way just in time. More rockets coming in from Demon. And it looks like the Tiger is here to save the day a little bit. Gonna take out probably one of these 76s. And down goes one of them. I think Draven is starting to get another satchel on the other. And he does not get the satchel down. And R22R is starting to defend a little bit. Spawn onto the half track. It looks like R22R will defend this point for the time being. Hero coming in with even more rockets. But that's going to open up the front door a little bit for 11th to push in with infantry. Oh, is this P4 going to kill this 76? I don't think he is. I think Hero might get the second rocket. Oh, he gets the shatter. Where is this 76 going? Oh, he's actually turning around. You see this medium is trying to flank around. Oh my god, it's like... Oh, Demon with the miss. Tiger Tank with the miss. And he finally goes down to Phil. That was like an episode of Tom and Jerry. A little bit of a heartbreak there for 11th not securing that cap. I just don't think they had the manpower to assist those heavy tanks. Obviously losing one to that one Tiger that they had for R22R, you know, really secured that defense for them. Juice is not here. Hear the SL upstairs. And I got down goes this 11th push. Satchel will actually kill that SL, but on Walto. Trying to finally kill this P4 that's been alive for over a half hour at this point. Icon defense. Just looks like it's just one player in the hard cap who will immediately go down. I wonder what blew up over here. Is this a Greyhound or something? It was a stuck Greyhound. A little bit of unfortunate for that Greyhound. Looks like we finally do have an airhead coming in from 11th. Not sure where exactly that will be on the map. They're actually kind of in the middle of an open field, so kind of quite interesting to see if R22R recognizes that an airhead will be dropping right behind them. And before this airhead does land, which it will right now, take a quick look at the stats. Landa's still at the top leaderboard with Tor. General Here's up there as AT. You know, just seems to be a lot of R22R on the top of the leaderboards for the time being, but obviously that can quickly change. Airhead is called out. Oh man, I'm not sure if White's gonna get here in time to set up his MG. If he does, this could be a boatload of kills that he could get. He will get down. He will get 3. 2 SLs did spawn, 1 did die with, you know, an SL and a recon guy surviving. Not quite sure if they can really defend this airhead still, because it is in the open field, so just 1 rocket or a tank round will be enough to destroy it. Oh, Rio with a unfortunate miss there with on the airhead. Another spawn wave does come in. And does die. Sure if they're gonna get our spawn wave off onto this airhead, especially with the Tiger tank approaching. I don't know what just blew up, but something blew up. Garrison killed by illusion. I think a Tiger tank actually goes down. Not sure to what. Looks like a 76 down here that actually just got blown up as well. Totally missed that tank engagement. I think this airhead is finally destroyed. Yes, it seems to be finally destroyed here for the 11th. But, you know, they did get some SLs back here, Lenny and Falco, so they could do some damage in the back lines a little bit. If they can get some guys that spawn their OPs, it could really, you know, hinder R22R's defense a little bit and start forcing them to come back. But, you know, on the flip side, 11th's defense needs to hold, which they are still starting to flicker. The constant pressure R22R is applying is slowly whittling down the defense of 11th. It is starting to flip. I'll go to that real quick. It looks like more presence here for R22R. Not enough guys back on defense. Classic does get him down. Rexa, I'm totally pronouncing your name wrong. That will defend the point for the time being. Look at this. 11th starting to get into the hard cap. I'm not sure if something just blew up over there. No, looks like the tank still survives. Blakes and Tac Hawks. This could be a big kill. Tac Hawks does go down. Abtract does go down on point as well. Midpoint starting to flicker a little bit towards the 11's favor. Big spawn wave onto someone's OP in the back. I think that's Saber's OP. Oh man, you couldn't get any more closer than this. 11th so close, but flipping the cap progress to their favor. They just really don't have anything in the south at all. They are starting to take out that backline Garrison. More 11th continue to spawn on that OP. The MG here from Big Rig kind of cutting down this supporting defense. See more 11 starting to kind of funnel into the point. It's kind of a scattered attack from them. Defense starting to fall. It's more and more just sector control defense from the recon squad, so nothing really too much to worry about if you are 11th, but they might have to start sending some guys back to defend. Satchel does go down in the bunker. I don't know if that cleared out the Garrison or not, but Reinforce is about to run out for R22R. That looks to be wiping out almost all of 11's push. I think they still have a Garrison back or an OP back here. They do. Something is hitting these tanks in the back. It looks like a Stewart all the way in the back, harassing these heavy tanks. Taking out one of the Garrisons as well, I do believe, or attempting to. But does get popped by the Tiger. A little bit of an unfortunate event there, as they don't knock out the Garrison or take out the Tiger, but they do take out one of the Tigers with the satchel. And that actually, oh, I was about to say, it almost took out the Garrison, I think. Looks like 11th is starting to bring up a heavy tank. I think that's one thing that they did miss on that, push not too long ago, was maybe the presence of armor. They would have maybe had, even like a Stewart tank assisting in that push. It could have maybe turned the tide a little bit. Maybe cut down one of the lanes that R22R is falling back from. Could have easily have changed that midpoint cap race a little bit. But, now they do got some armor. They just need some infantry to back him up, as, he is all alone still. I think he's trying to hunt down that one lone Tiger in the south. Not quite sure if he sees him or not right now. I don't believe he does. Eleventh is kind of wiped out of the sector now. Kind of look at the map for R22R, and it's actually a tank fight is happening with that 76 and Tiger. Tiger getting the first shot into him. Immediately just going for cover. I'm not quite sure if he's gonna escape in time as that Tiger misses. It's kind of a very, very bad spot if you are the 76. No infantry around to support you. Wizard does get out. Get some reps in. But he's in a very dangerous spot to get some reps in. He's actually extremely lucky that there's no ATs or anybody with a satchel around to kill him off those reps. Help is on its way. The MG of white. Cutting off that support. It actually does go down. Juice takes out Taxhawks. I think the biggest thing that 11th kind of need to do, you know, you're just under halfway through the game. You know, nothing has really gone your way quite yet. You've been poking and prodding at the point, making some decent cap progress. Actually starting to contest it now as the 11th. But, you know, they haven't, you know, quite, you know, did what they need to do to, you know, confirm that they are gonna get this cap. But, you know, taking out a Tiger with your 76, you know, that helps out a lot. You know, this is something that they haven't really had yet, is, you know, a slight, you know, armor advantage. You know, for the moment they do have a 76 up, but, you know, he is basically one shot to pretty much anything from the side. Rocket comes in from Boreal or Boreal. It looks like a medium tank is also going to come in support. Squirrel going on the bottom part of the map, cutting down maybe a Garrison right now. I'm not quite sure. The R22R in a very, very odds position, having to deal with two tanks. Looks like they do have a Tiger on its way, but that's pretty much it as far as armor for R22R. The big spawn wave does happen on the Garrison at Artillery Battery. Even trying to get some more rockets into the side of that tank. It looks like this 76 is aware of this Tiger tank that is going to start pushing onto the defense. Reinforce is down for our 22R. And more people do fall back. But if our 22R do lose this heavy tank, it's not going to be looking good. They can almost, you know, run around the map just shooting HE everywhere. Demon does get one into the side of that medium tank. This ricochet from one AT. Not sure who's bombing her. This is another ricochet from a separate AT. Looks like that is an Axis bombing run on top of those tanks. Kind of wiping out any infantry support that they did have. They're kind of in an odd position now. Axox gonna get down a satchel. And will get a satchel down onto RB's tank. Wizard does get out, but immediately gets killed. Oh, I think this Tiger got hit once by the 76. Shot Rider gets killed, trying to defuse the satchel, but the Tiger does go down. But I think this is going to be a dead 76, and it kills both the medium and the 76 with one satchel. Oh, man. Huge satchel there, but now we have absolutely no armor except for a lonely Greyhound. No spawn points other than Garrison's far, far away. So, There is an airhead though from R22R at win 71, so it's gonna get a tad bit interesting. Nothing too crazy yet. I'm under the map again because this admin cam is very, very wonky. I am 100% not used to it. It looks like 11th is going to use a defensive bombing run of their own on top of that airhead. You know, I would say 11th are winning the armor battle, but R22R just winning the infantry battle. And you know, it just kind of goes to show you in these smaller formats, infantry kind of rules king. It's just that, you know, 11th are putting their tanks in, you know, a little bit of, I would say, too aggressive situations. You know, if they would maybe push up with these infantry a little bit better, I think they would have a better shot of taking artillery battery. You know, they have plenty of times has 11th been just above half cap at RD battery, but they just have not, you know, quite, you know, broke through quite yet. Gonna take one more look at the scoreboards. As far as the kills, Lambda with a beastly 71 and 19. Taxhawks right behind him, 56 and 30, or 56 and 36. I think that's their RD player with 51 and 1 kills. And then obviously FG42, and then finally two guys from 11th with 48 kills each respectively. So, you know, still plenty of time in the game for these guys to get their kills up, and, you know, half hour left in the season for this Division 7 final here on Omaha Dusk. It looks like 11th using another airhead. I think roughly in the exact same spot. Pretty much in the open field again. Maybe just trying to drag some bodies from R22R off the mid cap. The R22R defense still holds, and airhead from 11th is coming down. Let's take a look at win 71, where looks like Yo-Yo company are making 11 work on this defense a little bit. They're just gonna go up for 11th. See, there's probably 3 guys. I think one just died to a mine, believe it or not. Looks like they will defend just fine and nicely. Looks like this airhead actually for 11th, you know, landed and came down. Taxhawk is on it. Maybe. Maybe. Taxhawks does not see it. And Taxhawks dies. I don't think he knows that the airhead was there, and 11th starting to push their way through. Starting to get behind the defense of R22R. Garrison's still on point for them. But, you know, no heavy tanks for either team. Each team's, like, armor is kind of just depleted of resources. There might be one heavy tank for each team now, but that's pretty much it. They've been, like, quickly battling each other, quickly dying to infantry as well. Big spawn wave on the defense. Beaver Tater versus Sergeant Squirrel. Battle of the furry animals. And looks like Squirrel will be on top of that one with the rocket. Oh, Illusion gets a kill with the rocket. I don't know if you guys saw that because of the scoreboard at the bottom, but he's very close to the Garrison. Oh, just a little bit over it. Garrison kind of tucked in a decent corner for R22R. Finally get one heavy tank on defense as well. I think more satchels are blowing up inside the bunker. Looks like it's actually backed up by a Lux too. One thing I do like that 11th is trying to get this map edge. This map edge at the very, very south is very key for artillery battery. If, you know, either team does control this, they kind of do control the point at the same time. Just nice crossfires. You can quickly flow your infantry in to cut off any sort of offense or defense. We got some flamethrower action here from Shot Rider. Gets a kill with the flames. I think White will probably come down with the MG. It actually gets the Garrison as well, so definitely going for that Garrison instead of trying to go for kills. Nice play from him. See if Big Rig will maybe kill White. Down goes that. Looks like, you know, 11th do now have control of the south for the time being. See how R22R does respond with that here in a second. No. I don't know what tanks are shooting each other. Actually, this tank up here is getting harassed a tad bit. A little bit of a different approach here from 11th. Unfortunately for them, R22R was ready. Did do some damage to the 76. The Walto in the back. He's in a very interesting spot, to say the least. Can't really do too much with the Tiger in his way, and he actually might die here in a second. Down he goes. But look at this back. Not sure if 11th does have a Garrison back here. I assume they're probably trying to set one up. Not believe that they do have one. They do, I'm not seeing it, but yes, they do actually have one. It is just locked out from being in the red sector. honestly a big, you know, life here from Big Rig, but you know, he does get a squad to spawn on him. These are actually huge kills from both of these players. Bakes knocks out the sniper. Raven gets the refrag. Draven just playing it very slowly, very cautiously. SL does go down. Down goes down him. Sniper is back, still locking out that Garrison, so it's just gonna be kind of a little back and forth action between the recon and this SL and his squad. So let's see if they can maybe free up that Garrison here. But what's this kind of doing is you're getting pinched from both sides a little bit. If you are R22R, you just maybe don't realize it quite yet. This tank back here is still getting harassed. I think R22R might be a little bit overextending in the north, but nothing too crazy. If he can get onto this Garrison before a spawn wave. He does. He is on the Garrison. Draven. I think Master Chip does hear him. Garrison does go down, but they do lose their lives as well. Spiteful Tampon right behind them. Not sure if he has the flamethrower. Unfortunately, he has the grease gun. I honestly think the flamethrower now is better than the grease gun. Heck of a rocket there from Walto. Not sure if he's going to get run over by a Luke's tank. Oh no, Walto. Oh no, Walto. Looks like Rip did knock out this Garrison behind. It's kind of going to be the push from 11th from behind. You know, less than 20 to go. What is 11th going to do? Oh, heck of a rocket there from Squirrel. I can't believe I actually turned away for that, but bravo to you, sir. If you are 11th, you know, you're starting to get pushed back onto win 71 a little bit. They kind of have like a little bit of a straight shot to win 71. Not too much though. Gonna have to do something with your heavy tank. Gonna bring up the live kill count. Slammed it with 86 and 24. Taxox behind him with 67 kills. Looks like Laceration with 62. Illusion right behind him. Obviously, already players number 4. And so on and so forth between both of these teams. It's mostly been, you know, top 15 is mostly surrounded by the German players, so to speak. It's like Hero and Demon from behind. Oh, the tank just gets behind cover. Stewie behind them now. You know, I kind of don't agree with Demon and Hero there. How they just played that. I would think they would try to, you know, go for one tank each. But it looks like Hero has an OP or something nearby, so you can quickly spawn and get some fresh rockets replenished. See if Hero can maybe finish off one of these tanks, or possibly both. It's the turret of the Stewart. Down goes the Stewart from Hero. Demon actually misses his rocket. An illusion. We'll clean them up along with that 76. Caparzo does start on win 71 yet again. A P strike is coming down. I'm not sure if that's, I think that's an 11th P strike, and it will take out that Tiger tank on defense. Just the lone Lux back there now. They almost have enough for another heavy. I think they did spawn one down here in the south. Yes, they did, just to be sure. But defense starting to struggle a little bit, and all of R22R just all back on defense. They have a red zone Garrison that they kind of just used and walked into point. Oh, this is going to be such a heartbreak for 11th. Grinding so much on that front door for so long, and then your back door is just left wide open. Probably going to see a big spawn wave back here for 11th. Just one small spawn wave of 5. That is legit like a third of your team though, so I shouldn't say a third, like a sixth of your team, but you know what I mean. This is probably gonna swing to bring R22R up 4-1, unless Flying Pharaoh can do something about it. Another big spawn wave for 11th. Raven gets a kill on the issues. Oh, the defense from 11th. They're defending. I'm not sure if they have a reinforce. A lot of 11th do come back onto defense. Garrison is actually wiped out from Banana Man, but the attack is still back on for the R22R side for win 71. Few more R22R do get in the hard cap. Oh man, this is gonna be a not sure if they're in the hard cap or not for 11th. I think they just need to kill 1 or 2 players in the hard cap. Ugh. Oh, 2 guys go down simultaneously. I think this is an 11th bomb and run here. Oh, it's... I think it just flips 4-1 in favor of R22R with less than 15 to go. I think he's using the, he's not using the Grand, he's using the Carbine. Didn't know whose squad lead that was. I didn't really read the name, I just heard the sound of the gun. R22R does have a Garrison on defense. It's just such an unfortunate time. 15 minutes to go and your 4th point gets taken. It's going to be a very, very tall clawback from 11th. Already coming down. Be very interesting now for this 11th armor, what they want to do. Only one heavy tank, you know, but they're, you know, essentially 4 minutes away from engaging anybody. So your 11th, you can kind of get a little bit risky here, and you kind of do have to get risky with 12 minutes to go. This is a final. This is the Division 7 final. If you know, worked all season to get here, now you have to throw everything that you can with less than 12 to go now. It looks like R22R is going to try to go for the throat for this 5-0. Taxox starting to lead the charge a little bit. Airhead, it looks like it's been called down onto Dog White. Caparzo has started onto Dog White. Just Taxox and Lambda. I don't think Pharaoh... There actually is a light tank down here as well. It will spawn. Oh, this Luke's just trying to find this on-point Garrison. That flying Pharaoh's by. Oh, he takes it out as he gets taken out. Kind of a cool clip there. I'm not gonna lie. Eleven's starting to make a little bit of progress now. Onto win 71. They're actually having a heavy tank retreat back here too. Looks like 11th is starting to regain control of win 71, but I don't think they've taken up the airhead. Oh, 11th is not taking up the airhead, but they do get a big spawn wave to fall back. Lambda gets one. See if he can get this Garrison. Flying Pharaoh will take out Lambda. Flying Pharaoh gets another, but does go down the Palpatine. Palpatine will take out the on-point Garrison, and this might be a 5-0 for R22R. It's going to be extremely close with this cap race. I'm not quite sure who's going to get this. 76 is going to fall back and try to defend, as 11th is losing their defense, or their offense rather. Big spawn wave actually does happen. They do have a spawn wave. They have a half track in the boats, so that is a clutch play there from Pharaoh to not lose this 5-0 quite yet. But airhead is still active, and R22R is spawning on it. Another spawn wave off of that airhead. Demon gets another rocket into that 76. Not sure if that airhead is still active. It is currently not active. Somehow Hero does not die to that rocket. Oh, it's gonna be close. 11th is just getting into the hard cap. The 11th are gonna survive. 6 minutes to go. I'm not quite sure if 11th are gonna have the time to win this game back, as R22R has been putting on the constant and consistent pressure. Fine run does go down. I'm not sure if that took out the on-point Gary, because there's a lot of fake Garrisons for some reason on this point. Can't really tell, but 11th are not dead quite yet. Looks like an AT gun on top. It does get taken out by, I think, another tank. I'm not quite sure where that is from. Like the middle HQ. Down goes that 76 from the Tiger on top of the hill. It was only a matter of time before that Tiger got there and took him out, especially being so weak. I think in the next minute it will be mathematically impossible for 11th to recap, because it does take 2 minutes to cap a point, but given the map layout, I'm not sure if 11th are going to get on top of this one. I think this might go towards R22R, but they're going to try to end this season in 5-0 fashion in a finals match. 4:40 to go. 11 still trying to attack, but they're gonna need to throw some bodies on the defense for the last 30 seconds. P-strike is coming down. I'm not quite sure where that's gonna be at. Looks like it was the 76 at the middle, but that does end up missing. Halfway to cap for R22R onto Dog White. And R22R will be your Division 7 champions, by the way. It's mathematically impossible for 11th to win, so congrats to them, but let's see if they can maybe win this in 5-0 fashion. Half track is on the midpoint at Dog White, but it might not matter that that spawn is there. As a bunch of R22R are in the mid cap. They are starting to defend, so maybe 11th are going to try to lose this 3-2. Oh, I thought that wasn't a half track. That was just a regular truck. I thought that was a half track, to be honest. The defense is still on. Lipton hip firing an MG, does get 1 kill. Look on the flip side though at win 73. Bunch of 11th are inside the hard cap, but immediately get destroyed by a tiger shell. And actually something just blew. Oh, I think it was just a truck. And I think a tank just blew up somewhere. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. But that's going to be your match, ladies and gentlemen. This is kind of just getting some final kills. We'll see what the kills are at. Lambda dropping 108 kills so far. Congrats to him. Flips to 110. And we'll see how much he'll finish as long as the rest of the top 15. See if someone else can break into the top 15. 11th still trying to lose this 3-2. A little bit more of a respectable loss, but R22R does not want that to happen. They want to win this as best as they can, which is currently a 4-1. Think that will be the end of this game. It's going to be a R22R victory 4-1. Congrats to them, but also congrats to 11th on an incredible season of the Premier League. Hold your heads high, lads. You guys fought an extremely well-played match. Just R22R just happened to be the slightly better team today. Hero almost dies to a rocket, but no shame in that whatsoever. 11th, so want to say that right now, but it's like we might get a last second tank fight. Who knows? I think that's a medium tank shooting at a tiger. I don't think it's really going to end well for him, but we will find out. And it does not end well for him. Banana Man. Victory flamethrower in the HQ. And that will be the end of the match. GG's to both of these teams. I'm just going to give mine to Inca Lambda for dropping a 100 bomb. Hero with a nice 910 combat score himself. Then just switch to... I am messing up a little bit. Switching up to that. Bring up the stats page one last time. Lambda finishing with 116 kills and 31 deaths. Congrats to you. Taxox right behind him with 78. Looks like Syrian with the FG42 sniper with 77. Illusion with the M1 Grand 77. Max, or I don't know, I'm just gonna call you Max. I think you were on Artie. Same with Tora on Artie as well. Palpatine with 7 in 7th place with 68. Hero right behind him with the car, believe it or not, and some rockets and stuff. So somehow Juice had the most kills with a Koopa wagon. I don't know how that's possible, but that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching. And obviously we're gonna have more games to come. Tomorrow, I think DonGotti and Smithers are going to be doing the Division 7 game between SAP and RZN. It's going to be a really good game. Both those channels links are in my description below. So yeah, the next week will be divisions 1, 2, and 4. Division 3 will be played the following week. So lots more action to come tomorrow and obviously next week as well. So thank you all for watching. This has been Awake with the Premier League, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.